No more coffee for me? I'll make some. What's up?
I've been thinking it's getting really hard for me to pay for everything, and I just feel like you could be trying harder to make more money.
Yeah, we can talk about that.
I just...
Could work more, but it wouldn't really be as fun, and I don't want to do that like my parents did.
It's just like you're doing these odd jobs, you're kind of just like making money for now and not thinking about the future at all. I don't know, like what is your plan right now? Like what are you gonna do? You're just gonna work like as much as you need to pay like next month's rent and not try to do better?
I didn't even tell you about this job that my Uncle Andy asked me to come and do in New York. He's an architect and he like lives in the Hamptons, and I'll probably do like architectural modeling or like some kind of building. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We'll just be in the Hamptons surfing. If you want to come out, you could. Okay. I'm gonna read the ending.
Try to run away, but I always get found. Oh, I just wanna live in the sky. You wear your name tag like a bolo collar. Planets below are getting ever smaller. You're a space cowgirl. You're a space cowgirl.
Hey, Brett.
What's up?
What are you doing over here?
Just having a beer, waiting to go to the party, I guess.
What have you been doing all summer?
I don't know, gearing up for this thing I've got coming up.
What kind of thing?
Some work on the East Coast. My uncle asked me to come out and help him with something, and I've been like kind of struggling out here with money, and I think it's time to just go somewhere else.
Where on the East Coast are you going?
He lives in East Hamptons.
Is that in New York?
Yeah, it's like
sick.
just south of Montauk.
That sounds fun. Are you gonna be living with him?
I think so. I think he's got a spot out there.
He's putting you up?
Yeah, he's putting me up.
Putting you up? Is he feeding you too, or you don't know yet?
I don't know. He said he was gonna pay me pretty well for whatever I do, so
But he didn't tell you anything about what you're gonna do over there?
no.
You didn't ask him though?
No.
Why didn't you ask him?
He's my uncle. I trust him.
He said, pull up to New York, you're gonna be doing work for me that I can't tell you what it is, and you were like, "Yee."
I guess. I didn't really ask him about it. I just said, you know, he told me he needed help on a job, and I said, sure. There's waves out there.
Oh yeah? Rockaway Beach?
No.
You're gonna surf?
Hamptons.
Oh, is that like Montauk?
Montauk. There's points.
Damn, bruh. Pilgrim Surf Supply, bruh.
I think that place is gone.
Really, bruh?
I don't know.
I haven't been to New York in a minute.
No?
Do you have EBT, bruh?
Not yet.
Okay, are you gonna get it?
I hope I don't need it out there.
Really, bruh? Oh, because your uncle's gonna feed you?
He said he's gonna pay me well.
Oh. Buddy. Sick. Well, I'm pumped for you, bruh. I
Yeah.
hope you have an amazing trip.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Come back rich?
Yeah, come back rich, spread the wealth.
Spread the wealth.
Yeah.
That's a plan.
Buy some cuddy property in Northern California
Yeah?
that's not going to get maybe burned in the next fire.
I don't
And
think
then
that
maybe-
exists.
And then
Maybe he'll build me a house.
Oh yeah, well that's 0. But
Can you do it where you just flip it and then you roll? No, you only do if you call it earlier.
If you play bottoms?
Yeah, but if you call it, I'll be sister wives. It's gonna be great. Yeah, you're gonna love it.
that's very cool.
And have you heard of earth tones? You're gonna have to explain.
I know, I have heard of earth tones, but somebody's kind of cornered that market.
Who's that?
Some
I
people have kind of cornered that market.
Are you just talking about
Fits over there?
Just earth tones. The
But like in relation to Fitz.
Yeah.
Before you, yeah, absolutely.
No James World, but later.
So yeah, Robbie, I got to tell you about it. The trouble with her is she's so strong. You know, too strong. But you know, I'm willing to put up with all kinds of shit. You know, Robbie, I'm asking you to do this. It's just something I have to do. It's not something I want to do, and you're the only person I can go to who could do this. She's just overwhelmingly. She's just taking over everything, and she set me up. Basically, she set me up for this lawsuit. I'm going to get absolutely massacred. Everything I've worked for the last 30 years, she's going to take, and so we gotta get rid of her. You know what I mean? You think you can help me out?
I mean, if that's what you want me to do, I'll figure something out.
I've thought long and hard about it. It's not easy, but for me, I'll certainly make it worth your while.
Sure.
It's just got to be done soon.
Okay. I mean, whatever I can do.
Well, how you do it, I'm going to leave up to you. I mean, if that's what you're asking. She doesn't swim well, so there's an idea, you know. Since we're around the water all the time, she could fall in somewhere. Yeah.
All right, Uncle Andy. Figure it out.
Good. Okay, Robbie, let's go.
All right.
This stranger standing down below in the terracotta square. They hide beneath red awnings and seem to vanish in thin air. The painter comes in from the window where the scaffolding extends. His patrons, they smile knowingly and forget the names of all their friends. And you're so dressed up, and your adornment so fine, waiting for the bells to ring.
Some people would do most anything to be in my exclusive company. But not you, no you. You won't even talk to me. Some people wanna help me solve my problems. No, they're not real. Come on, come on, come on. What's the big deal? Come on, come on, come on. Is it real?
My brain is all mixed up these days. Caterpillar smeared across the windshield. Just waiting for a sign, waiting for a crime interesting enough to change my whole perspective on crime.
What's up, Rocker? I'm pretty new to these parts, but seems like you might be a bit of a greenhorn yourself.
I came in last week from California.
You're a surfer? What's your name?
I'm Robbie. And you?
They call me Detective Dave, but I go by a lot of names. It's not so easy to get out to these beaches. You must, have family?
Yeah. My Uncle Andy's in town. He invited me out.
Uncle Andy's a name that carries a lot of weight around here. Some might say he's a lot of people's uncle.
I wouldn't know.
So explain to me, what exactly goes on in these surfs that makes it so rideable? The seas seem pretty calm now, but I suppose that can change on a dime.
Got trouble going on in your head. It's nice to just paddle out into something bigger and forget about it all.
What kind of trouble could a kid like you be dealing with anyway? Cowabunga too hard? Hang 10 off the nose of your longboard? You don't mind me bothering you a little bit, do you?
Go ahead. But I think I'm gonna go for a surf.
Must feel pretty freeing out there, all alone, you and the end of the world. There's really no victim in murder. Person gets killed, they just end up where we're going anyway after this fucking circle jerk circus ride of a life. Maybe the murderer is the victim, because they gotta go to jail. And from what I've seen, that ain't no fucking carnival in its own self. I don't know how I ended up here.
I lived everywhere. And I did everything. And I was okay at it. And I still landed my ass back on the force. I drove trucks. I did paperwork. I got coffee. I did some turnkey shit. I did some shit on the side. And then I did some other shit on the side. And me and my boss, well, let's just say, we butted heads pretty hard. And he ended up winning. So I'm a loser then. Took me out to the beach. Nothing to do out here. No crime. No corruption. There's no story. You sit out here and you wait. You pull people over for going 5 miles above the speed limit, maybe a busted taillight. Tell them to get it fixed and you go home. And at home you wait. And you start to wonder. Your mind starts to wander. And you start coming up with shit that isn't even there. So maybe getting murdered wouldn't even be so bad. And maybe being a murderer isn't so bad. But the law's the law, and the state's the state, and it's not for me to come up with some kind of explanation about what it should or shouldn't be. So if somebody has to get booked, and I have to get paid, then I guess I'm supposed to book them. Go down to the beach, wait. Drive through the pines, wait. Coffee, donuts, take a phone call, answer an email, wait. Spreadsheets, wait. Nothing's happening. My life's going nowhere. The results came back from the lab yesterday. Sand, wax, fiberglass, resin. They said she worked for Uncle Andy. I called him 15 times, left 15 messages, knocked on his door, but everything was shuttered. Nobody seems to be curious about this girl's disappearance. Fiberglass and resin, sand and salt and blood. Her last meal was lobster. At least she went out fancy. I called back forensics. They said they'd never find the guy who did something like this. They said they wouldn't even know the murder weapon. No knives, no guns. Somebody's old school, or some kind of new school I haven't heard of yet. How did I end up in this job?
show.